Scam 2003. The stamp paper scam stands among India's most infamous financial scandals. It was engineered by Abdul Karim Telgi, who ran an extensive counterfeit stamp paper network that sent shockwaves across the nation. Valued at more than 30,000 crore rupees, the fraud penetrated multiple levels of bureaucracy, police forces, and financial institutions, laying bare the deep-seated corruption embedded within the system. Who was Abdul Karim Telgi? Abdul Karim Telgi was born on 29 July 1961 to Sharifa B. Telgi and Larsab Telgi. His father worked with the Indian Railways and passed away when Telgi was still young. Telgi completed Bachelor of Commerce from Gogte College of Commerce, Belgaum, in 1984. In his early years, he struggled to make ends meet, selling fruits, vegetables, and peanuts on trains. Later, he moved to Saudi Arabia, where he lived for about 7 years. Upon returning to India, Telgi entered the world of counterfeiting, initially dealing in fake passports. He then started a manpower export business to Saudi Arabia and established a company named Arabian Metro Travels at New Marine Lines. As part of this operation, he created forged documents to help laborers travel abroad without hindrance. What was the scam and how was it carried out? To understand the fraud, it is important to first understand stamp paper. Stamp papers are pre-printed documents that carry stamp duty value and are legally recognized under the Indian Stamp Act of 1899. There are two categories of stamps: judicial stamps and non-judicial stamps. Stamp papers have been used for centuries as instruments of legal authentication. Their foundations rooted in colonial-era laws that remain in effect even today. These papers, marked with official seals and denominations, act as evidence that the required stamp duty, a form of tax, has been paid, thereby granting legal validity and enforceability to documents. Stamp duty laws, governed largely by state-specific regulations, form a significant revenue source for state governments and play a key role in safeguarding contractual integrity. At the same time, the characteristics that make stamp papers essential also make them vulnerable. Their physical nature and limited security features make them easy targets for forgery. Additionally, the decentralized system of printing, distribution, and sale, handled by authorized vendors and government offices, creates numerous weak points where corruption can flourish. Telgi identified these weaknesses and exploited them with remarkable precision. A major turning point in his criminal journey came when he entered the stamp paper business. Recognizing the enormous profit potential, Telgi built a vast network of agents, printing units, and supply chains spread across several states. His operation, driven by manipulation, influence, and bribery, soon grew into a multi-crore empire spanning the country. At the heart of Telgi's operation was the near-perfect duplication of genuine stamp papers. His counterfeits closely resembled originals, replicating designs, watermarks, and security elements with great accuracy. These forged stamp papers flooded the legal and commercial markets, appearing legitimate to unsuspecting users. Even more alarming was Telgi's ability to corrupt the very institutions responsible for regulating stamp paper issuance. Several government officials ignored glaring discrepancies in exchange for bribes. Law enforcement agencies were repeatedly hindered by internal corruption and bureaucratic delays, allowing Telgi's network to function largely unchecked. So, how was the scam uncovered? In the late 1990s, an incident raised serious suspicion when Telgi reportedly spent over 80 lakh rupees, enough to buy nearly 20 kilograms of gold at the time, on a dancer at a Mumbai dance bar. This extravagant display immediately drew attention from the police, politicians, and even the underworld. Questions arose: who was this man? What business was he running? How had someone who once sold peanuts at railway stations amassed such wealth? This moment marked the beginning of intensified scrutiny. On 19 August 2000, two individuals carrying counterfeit stamp papers were arrested in Cottonpet, Bengaluru, as reported by the Quint. Their interrogation exposed the larger racket, leading to multiple raids across Bengaluru that uncovered fake stamp papers and forged legal documents worth over 9 crore rupees. At this stage, Telgi was still only one of several suspects and remained absconding. According to a Financial Times report from 2003, between 1992 and 2002, at least 12 cases related to counterfeit stamp papers were filed against Telgi in Maharashtra alone, with another 15 cases registered in other states. Charges against him dated back as early as 1991, yet no decisive action had been taken. Telgi was eventually arrested in November 2001 after police received information that he was traveling to Ajmer, Rajasthan, for a pilgrimage. His arrest gradually exposed the true magnitude of the scam. To extract information, the Special Investigation Team, SET, obtained permission from the Pune bench of the Mumbai High Court to conduct scientific tests. On 22 December 2003, a narco-analysis test was carried out on Telgi at the government-run Victoria Hospital in Bengaluru. The SIT submitted the results of this test to the court on 10 February 2004. Conviction. The trial continued for more than 6 years. On 28 June 2007, Telgi was sentenced to rigorous imprisonment for 13 years in connection with one aspect of the scam. He was also fined 10 billion rupees, approximately 120 million US dollars. The Income Tax Department sought confiscation of his properties to recover the fine. Telgi remained in prison for 13 years until his death in 2017. Alongside him, 19 other individuals were convicted and sentenced under various legal provisions. To conclude, the scam resulted in massive revenue losses for the government. Funds that could have been directed toward public welfare and development initiatives. The estimated value of forged stamp papers in circulation ran into tens of billions of rupees. The involvement of senior police officials, bureaucrats, and politicians severely eroded public trust in governance, law enforcement, and official documentation. The extensive use of counterfeit stamp papers in property transactions, loan agreements, and court affidavits created widespread legal chaos, rendering numerous documents questionable and causing prolonged delays in judicial processes. Banks, insurance firms, and stock brokerage companies that unknowingly relied on fake documents faced serious challenges regarding the legitimacy of their transactions. Additionally, concerns over weak regulatory oversight discouraged both domestic and foreign investment, negatively impacting economic growth. The scam proved to be a major wake-up call, prompting significant reforms and underscoring the need for technological upgrades, stronger internal controls and audits, enhanced transparency and accountability, tougher law enforcement with better interagency coordination, whistleblower protection, and updated legal and regulatory frameworks. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more. Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next time.